Beneath a moon steeped in a sinister crimson hue, a small town trembles, shudders, and quakes in fear. It's a quaint, innocent place, brimming with charming cottages, their roofs silhouetted against the cobblestone streets. Its inhabitants are simple folk, their life tied to the rhythms of the seasons, farming the fertile lands that encircle them. Yet, despite this tranquil, rustic setting, a chilling, paralyzing terror has descended upon this once cheerful hamlet, wrapping it in a cloak of haunting dread. Each full moon ushers in not just an eerie silence, but a peculiar, spine-chilling quietude that permeates every nook and corner of the town, seeping into the very grains of the timber houses. The reassuring humdrum of nocturnal wildlife wanes, replaced with an ominous muteness. The symphony of the crickets that once filled the air is silenced. The whispering breeze grows frosty, and the hush is only disturbed by the occasional rustling branches that seem to shudder in fear. The wind, it seems, carries tales. Chilling whispers that chill the bones, hushed tales of dread, spoken hastily and fearfully in the all-consuming darkness. These are no ordinary tales, but stories of a lurking terror, a beastly apparition that is said to prowl the town after sundown. A predatory beast, rumored to be unlike any creature known to man, casting a long, menacing, almost spectral shadow under the moon's malevolent gleam. The townsfolk huddle in their homes, cowering beneath their blankets, their hearts pounding in their chests. The bravest among them risk a glance through their windows, their eyes darting around the surroundings for any sign of the monstrous apparition. Stories circulate, spreading like wildfire from one trembling inhabitant to another, the tales of a creature that strikes with the precision of a trained assassin and the ferocity of a hulking beast. Brutal, unsolved murders committed under the shroud of night, each one more grisly than the previous, plague the minds of the townsfolk, deepening their dread with each passing night. Daylight brings respite, but also unveils the harsh reality of another gruesome murder. The sun's golden rays reveal the brutal truth, casting long, grotesque shadows on the cobblestone streets. The townsfolk mourn their losses, their faces pale as the moon, their expressions drawn and haggard. The fear is so palpable it hangs heavy in the air, their dread growing like a tumor with each passing day, as they brace themselves for the next blood moon. As the moon takes on a blood-red hue, the night is filled with an unspoken dread, a fear that the beast could strike again. Another innocent life could be snuffed out, another family shattered. The townsfolk can do nothing but wait in terror and pray, their hopes pinned on the break of dawn and the end of this blood-soaked nightmare. With each passing full moon, the beast claims another life, leaving behind a gruesome spectacle of ripped flesh and splattered blood. The heart-wrenching cries of the victims, caught in its savage grip, are abruptly silenced as death claims them. This horrifying pattern repeats itself with an unfathomable tenacity, scarring the quaint town that once basked in peace. Under the once comforting blanket of darkness, now lurks a terror, its malevolent presence felt with every chilling gust of wind. The town, once a sanctuary for peace-loving folk, now trembles in fear, drowned in an atmosphere of terror. The once bustling streets are now deserted, the echoes of laughter and joy replaced with the haunting whispers of a lurking beast. The comforting darkness of the night has transformed into a terrifying abyss of uncertainty. Lights flicker nervously in the windows, casting an eerie glow on the deserted cobblestone streets where the quiet is broken only by the occasional howl of the wind. Shadows, once dismissed as mere figments of the night, now dance menacingly in the corners of their eyes, as if an unheard symphony of the macabre was being orchestrated by the beast. Every flicker of candlelight, every rustle of leaves send chilling shivers down their spines, for they know that these may be the signs of the beast's imminent hunt. Whispers of a beastly predator echo through the night, each tale more terrifying than the last. Stories of its blood-curdling roars, of its glowing eyes that reflect the terror of its victims, of its jagged claws that tear through flesh and bone with ease, send shivers down every spine. Every citizen has a different interpretation of the beast, but all agree on its relentless brutality. The narration of the horror seems to amplify with each telling, morphing into a monstrous tale that leaves everyone paralyzed by fear. The stories, circulating throughout the town, are poignant reminders of the terror they are living in, terror that is embodied by the beast. The silence of the night is shattered by the shrieks of the doomed, their final breaths echoing through the darkness. These cries are the chilling alarms that signal the beast's latest conquest. The echoes resonate through the empty streets, amplifying the terror tenfold, adding to the town's ceaseless nightmares. Each victim, found cold and lifeless, is a chilling testament to the terror that hunts under the veil of night. The sight of their mutilated bodies, the terror frozen on their faces, is a grim reminder of the beast's relentless reign of terror. The beast, under the cover of the moon's silvery light, continues its merciless hunt, marking every full moon with a tale of gruesome horror. The town remains in its grip, each passing day drowning further into fear, waiting for the day the dread ends. In the shadow of the blood moon, an ancient curse, seeped in forgotten lore and whispered prophecies, awakens, meticulously weaving the town's horrifying destiny. This curse, dating back to the early ancestors, binds every living soul within the town to a fate they can never escape. As the crimson moonlight cascades over the desolate streets, a foreboding chill, the precursor of impending doom, runs down the spines of its residents. These once proud people have heard the eerie tales whispered through the ages. They carry tales of an unthinkable terror, an abomination that is as much a part of their town's history as the old stone church or the crumbling city wall. Initially, these stories were dismissed as mere folklore, myths spun by overactive imaginations. But now, they've become a terrifying reality that weighs heavily on their once peaceful lives. The haunting remnants of the town's dark past are not simply revived, but reincarnated with each occurrence of the blood moon. This is when a dormant evil takes form, a beast of nightmares that makes the storybook horrors they once dismissed as childhood tales seem like pleasant dreams. It weaves fear into every heart, a manifestation of unspeakable horror birthed from the town's guilt and shame. This beast, a grotesque entity with eyes that burn like fiery embers and claws that could shred steel, is no figment of the imagination. It is an actuality, a dreadful truth intertwined with the town's tormented history. Out of the catacombs of forgotten legends, it is provoked into existence, its creation and sustenance fueled by the curse as old as the moon itself. The curse, a sinister chain woven from spectral threads of despair, shackles the beast to the town, anchoring its existence to the lunar cycle. The creature's thirst for blood is inexorably tied to the phases of the moon, creating an unbreakable bond between the blood moon and the beast. With every full moon, the curse reinvigorates the beast, propelling it to emerge from its dark subterranean den under the town's unpaved roads to its cobblestone alleyways. No corner is safe from its bloodthirsty rampage. Its insatiable hunger is stoked, an ember that burns brighter with each passing moment under the blood moon's harsh glare. The blood moon thus becomes a symbol of dread for the townspeople, a constant reminder of their impending doom. It's not just a celestial event, but a trigger for relentless terror, a cycle of death and despair that is as inevitable as the rising and setting of the sun. This is the curse of the blood moon, a relentless cycle of terror and death. Emerging under the eerie glow of the crimson moonlight, the beast reveals itself. Standing as a monstrous embodiment of the town's deepest, most primal fears, it is more than a mere apparition. It is an abomination, a grotesque spectacle formed from the town's darkest corners and deepest shadows. Seemingly stitched together from the blackest of nightmares and the bleakest of folklore, the beast is a manifestation of a timeless horror, its mere presence sending shivers cascading down the bravest of spines. Its form is almost beyond the scope of human understanding, a nightmarish amalgamation of twisted limbs, gnarled features, and grotesque mutations. Its visage, a terrifying sight set against the blood-red canvas of the moonlit night. Its eyes, twin orbs of incandescent crimson, reflect the same moon that fuels its monstrous power, shimmering with an unholy, predatory light. Its maw, a gaping abyss lined with jagged, bone-crushing teeth, oozes with an insatiable hunger, a primal thirst for terror that it sates with each horrified shriek it elicits. Its hunt is not a mere chase, but a grotesque ballet of fear. Each step it takes echoes through the labyrinthine streets of the town, a cruel parody of grace that toys with its prey. The silence following each heavy footfall reverberates with a tension so palpable that it could be cut with a knife, a symphony of dread that resonates through the abandoned homes and deserted alleys. However, the town is not just a silent witness to the beast's reign of terror. Despite the overwhelming fear that grips them, the residents remain unbroken. Though it seems hope has abandoned them, they cling fiercely to their will to survive. Their faces, etched with lines of stress and fear, are also marked with a steely determination that shines brightly in the oppressive darkness. They are not broken individuals but a unified community, their courage glowing with an intensity rivaling the beast's own monstrous energy. Faced with the embodiment of their darkest nightmares, they stand defiant, their collective strength forming a bulwark against the horrendous power of the beast. Their struggle against the beast is a testament to their enduring spirit, a grim dance of defiance and dread under the blood moon's curse. In this melancholic cycle of terror and resilience, the town continues to endure, their relentless fight a beacon of hope against their monstrous adversary. As the pitch-black night deepens, the final confrontation begins. The town, bathed in the blood-red glow of the cursed moon, stands as a symbol of courage against the monstrous beast. Each resident, armed with nothing more than their will and determination, confronts the embodiment of their deepest nightmares. The fight, fierce and desperate, echoes through the deserted streets. The beast, however, is relentless, its power seemingly magnified under the blood moon's glow. The town's valiant efforts, though commendable, seem to be in vain. The beast's terrifying laughter resonates through the town, a chilling reminder of their impending doom. In an agonizing climax, the beast's power overwhelms the town. The curse, as ancient as the beast itself, continues unabated, its chains binding the town in perpetual fear and dread. The crimson moon, a silent observer, casts a tragic shadow over the town, its glow now a symbol of their eternal suffering. With the dawn of a new day, the beast disappears into the obscurity of the night, leaving behind a town mourning its losses. The once vibrant community, now a ghost town, bears the scars of a tragic struggle. Each deserted home, each empty street, a silent testament to the price they paid under the curse of the blood moon. And so, under the blood moon, the town mourns, forever bound to the curse. Their collective spirit, once a beacon of hope, now a flicker in the oppressive darkness. Their fight against the beast, a grim reminder of their eternal struggle. Their silent tears, a testament to their tragic fate, forever etched under the haunting glow of the blood moon.